don't know if we're on. Or are we?
I got told off the other day for going on and waiting for people to tune in because it wastes a viewer's data.
It does. Good evening, everybody. Farmer Pete and Farmer Ben, there he is, with his new hat, here up in the donkey shed, the polytunnel. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. As the title may suggest, on a very chilly evening, a very dark evening. Look at it out there. I mean, it is dark tonight. Yeah, a lot of our friends have been getting in touch because the donkey cam is down and you haven't been able to see anything for the past few hours. Our computer that streams it is needed an update, so Farmer Claire, Farmer Ben's wife, did an update on it. So we went in there just before we came up to set things right, and the mouse wouldn't work for some reason, so Farmer Ben, in his wisdom, turned it off manually, turned it back on again, and now we can't get it to work. So
we're not the most technically minded, to be fair.
No,
so.
we can turn it off and back on, but that's about the height of it. Right, to catch up what's been going on today, it's been a very hectic week. Kind of started off on Monday morning, and it's continued from then. And with somebody to thank, because these tub o' treats arrived.
Healthy horse and pony treats.
Did you hear that? Horse treats arrived at Farmer Joe's house for some reason, and sent by carrier with no note in them, and the only tracking number that we could get on it. It looks like it came from somewhere in Wales. So whatever kind person has sent the tub of treats for Rio and Eeyore, she is. We've just opened them. I think they arrived yesterday. Thank you very much. It was very kind of you. Very kind of you. And they'll certainly enjoy it. So we do hope we can tempt Eeyore into eating a couple. I left a carrot on the wall for her over there this morning, because she'll not eat. Is that carrot gone?
Yes.
She has eaten it. Because we've been trying just to entice her to get a wee bit more hands-on with this. She doesn't like coming near us. She's very calm, but she doesn't like coming near us, which could potentially, she's wanting a wee treat. Could potentially run into problems when she eventually decides to give up this baby. So if you're just joining us, Farmer Pete, Farmer Ben, up for an update. The donkey cam is down at the minute due to the computer not wanting to play ball. Let's see, he's put a couple over in the wall over there. So yes, if you're watching us tonight and it was you who sent the tub of treats, please let us know. I don't know if there was supposed to be a note in them. They were actually left in Farmer Joe's shed. I don't think anybody was in at the time when they were delivered. So again, thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
She's got the taste now.
She has. And Pumpkin, yes, he's just as usual mischievous self. He's had his coat on all day today.
And he'll have it on all night.
Yeah, well, it's chilly. We're actually, there's a slight frost this morning. Just a slight kind of frost over the windscreens. Nothing too severe, but it was a chilly night. Yeah, she's really got the taste of those. So if we could just get Eeyore to come over to the wall. So who's on with us tonight? Layla says maybe she's afraid of men. Try women with her. Well, good idea, Layla. Layla says she's maybe afraid of men. We should get a female up to try to see if she would come across. Unfortunately, they're all busy. We've got Farmer Fee and Trish's Toys in the gift shop tonight. they're putting all the Christmas new gifts out, and Farmer Alice has got some kind of big essay to get in for tomorrow. She thought it was 5 o'clock tomorrow, but unfortunately it's 12 o'clock. So she's, I wouldn't say stressing out, but she's quite concerned she has to get this in. And
I think we'll have to ration Rio.
Aye.
She's just getting a
why
bit
is her ears going ginger?
No, I think she's been rubbing in there's sand under here and there's
right,
red
right.
stones under here, so I think she's been, see her nose.
Yeah, I thought you had maybe inflicted her. Naomi says, hi Farmer Pete and Farmer Ginge. How did you know? We called him Ginge. Let's see, Anne. Hello Anne. A very faithful Facebook friend. She's going to make a noise now. She's wanting more. She's got that taste of those.
Angry.
Anne says Pumpkin's been jumping over his mum's neck all day. Thanks for keeping their eye on it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And Kathy has sent us 100 stars. Thank you very much, Kathy. That's very kind of you. Denise, hi from Las Vegas. Woohoo! And Julie from Central Florida. I take it's slightly warmer there in those both places than it is here. And Marie saying hello from Hull. We've had the weather this week has. She wants another treat, right? No.
So Tiffany says, I've seen that as a common problem with rescues, both horses and a lot of dogs. Will probably take a lot of time and patience. To be fair, Tiffany, she has been out getting fed by the public all year, so she's seen 100,000 people over the summer. So
yeah, but
she has been in a pen getting fed by them. So she's not a stranger to the public, but and to people. But she's just a little nervous about.
She's just not that
life.
hands-on. It'd be much better if. I think once she gets the taste of these treats,
yeah.
I reckon.
I think Rio's a full addict already.
So yeah, if it was you sent the treats, please let us know who you were so we can thank you in person. Very, very kind of you. Again, if you're on tonight, please like and share the stream. We've been reaching more and more people as time goes on, but it does. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, please do that as well. Can you be on here if you haven't liked the page?
Oh yeah.
Our page
so.
likes have been going up, which is great. Emily has sent us stars. Thank you, Emily. Very kind of you. And Wendy,
I think
good
Emily's
evening.
a loyal viewer as well, loyal watcher.
Faye, Bonnie Dundee.
You were calling him Ginger and Rio was in labour.
Oh, was I?
So the professionalism goes out of the window and a bit of pressure gets turned on us.
Yeah.
So that's my day-to-day name for people who's not familiar. That's what I get called around the farm. Only at the farm, not outside of the farm. Just at the farm. No one dares call me that in real life.
You know the name, the family name. Everybody's
Everyone
got
has
for
one,
each
don't
other. Somebody comes to the door. Hello, it's Ben, and yeah, hang on, I'll just get him. Ginge! Somebody at the door for you. Julie says it's 79 degrees at the moment. And sorry, Julie, is that
7.9 degrees here.
Yeah, it's very cold. Jean has sent the stars. Thank you. What else has been happening?
Thank you for all the likes coming in as well. Likes on the stream, it's great. It's lovely to see all your support, and it helps the stream grow.
Rio's fine. Pumpkin's fine. Eeyore is fine as well. Are we going to move them in pens? There's been a lot of friends asking, a lot of people on Facebook.
So for everyone that is, we'll catch up on these comments here. We're falling a wee bit behind by the looks of it. So if you watch the Donkey Cam regularly, you will know better than us. Would you like us to move Pumpkin and Rio to the back and Eeyore to the front so you can keep a better eye on Eeyore, or do you like it the way it is where you can see Pumpkin running about closer? If we get a few ideas from you, we can figure out what to do. I think we'll have to move these full. So we normally move them through the gap in the gates here, but Eeyore's belly is that big, I don't think she's going to get through, so we'll have to just move the big gates as well.
She's not going to squeeze through there, no.
It seems to be in the last few days she's like, her width has doubled. She's went really, really wide. So whether the foal's moved and is stretching out the other way, I'm not sure. Rio.
She's getting
a wee bit feisty.
She says, right, little one, behave. I think that's what's doing it, yes. Again, I still haven't seen anybody that's owning up to sending the treats. Naomi says to swap them over. But Terry says she likes to see Pumpkin. So what we could do...
Pumpkin's on a bit of a hyper tonight, isn't he?
Could we not move the gates this way? Is that a thing? And then they could have a pen up both sides.
Also, if you're wondering as well, if you're watching on the donkey cam, we've got small bales of straw along the back. That's to keep the draft out. Because it's an open-ended polytunnel that we've got, we don't want any draft getting in, any cold wind coming whistling through the back. So if we just put a little breaker there, it normally keeps Pumpkin warmer, and if Eeyore was to go into labour, it keeps her a wee bit warmer as well.
Draft free.
Inevitable foal, which is on the way.
There's no draft tonight, it's just chilly.
There's not, it's just freezing. But when there is, it's a good windbreaker, isn't it?
So,
Pumpkin's taking this opportunity for a wee feed here while Mum's getting fed.
Are you feeding her more nuts?
Yes. I have to keep her happy. She has been rolling in this red stuff because she's
She
got a
has.
tinge of ginger.
Must be catching on. What else has been happening today?
Yeah, move the gates so we can see them all.
Right. Well, I think first things first, we'll need to get this computer sorted to get the live stream up and running again. We'll try our very best to get that done. I don't think we could sleep tonight if we didn't have that running, because either that we need to come up here and sleep beside Eeyore. There's so many people watching her and so many messages about anything she does, which is great, because we do really need to know when she goes into labour.
And judging by previous donkey foalings, which sometimes doesn't Rios want to say hello, which don't, like 100% of the time, go according to plan. Oh, has she found her nuts?
Yeah.
That's that over there. They don't 100% go according to plan, so it is important that we're watching her all the time to give her the best possible
And
chance.
The donkey cam has been a sound investment, not just for the sheep and goats, but obviously for this situation. So fantastic.
And also, because she's an unknown quantity, we don't know what she's going to be like foaling, whether this is her first time foaling with us, and we're not sure whether she's had a foal before and if she's going to know what to do. So we don't know how she's going to foal, how she's going to react to the foal. So we do really need to be on hand, because even if she manages to deliver herself, like we've seen with our orphan donkey Annie, sometimes they do reject them, and you have to be on hand for that as well, which is not what we want, but it does happen, doesn't it?
It sure does. So other than that, they've been busy getting if you didn't catch Farmer Ben's live on yesterday, day before yesterday, what day is this? Thursday? Tuesday. We've got the billy goats over in with the nanny goats, so they're over there and everything's going according to plan. So all being well, come the 1st of April, when things get opened up again in the farm park, there'll be lots of baby goats of all sizes and descriptions to be able to see. Jeff, a lot of you know who Jeff is. We've got 2 boar goat billies, one called Frankie, one called Max, and then we've got Jeff, and he's our Anglo-Nubian.
That's a good point from Caroline, sorry to interrupt. Do you have another baby jacket for when new arrival comes?
No, we haven't.
That's
no.
a job for tomorrow. Yes, carry on. Two billy boar goats.
Yeah, but Jeff had 17 ladies earmarked for himself, but he's got fed up with those 17 ladies. He's left out, and he's now in with the 60, and he's going to kind of buck mad. So
well, we've actually we went over this afternoon. We penned him back in, but to kind of peacify him, we gave him another 3 ladies, so he's got 20 in there with him now. So. I think he's already served 15 of them, so he's doing his job, and he's taking it very seriously.
So there's going to be a lot of young Jeffs come April time. The tups, Tup is a male sheep, for those of you, a ram, but they're called tups here in Scotland. They are due to go in with the female sheep tomorrow, or it was today, I think.
It was today, really, but
we got so much going on at the minute. We've had the play area, the indoor play area, and the cafe closed all week. Open again tomorrow. We've been getting a new carpet down. It's a massive job, and the girls were all back in today. We did a deep clean on the soft play area. It's sparkling, so it's been a kind of hectic day. So it's just nice to come up and check everything's fine and spend a wee minute just seeing what's going on. So doors open again tomorrow, back to normal 10 a.m. Thanks to the whole team today for getting involved. It was a bit off, a bit more than we could chew this week. Everybody's been a wee bitty, what's the word?
Tension. There's a bit of tension, isn't there?
Even Farmer Ben how's the head?
It's okay now.
He took a stress-induced migraine this afternoon.
Yeah, this is what Dulscon does to you.
So he decided to try and cure it by eating. So, I mean,
overindulgence to the maximum today.
I don't know if that's a thing, eating to cure a headache, but
so for our locals that are watching the stream, we're back open tomorrow and Saturday, and the tickets can be bought online, dalsconfarmfund.co.uk. You can still pre-book tickets. There is the option to pay at the door, but if we're full, we can't guarantee that you'll get in. So you're best to book your tickets online before you arrive, and that guarantees your seat. Make sure you can get a nice comfy seat and get yourself a coffee and let the kids go crazy.
But remember, it's only our indoor soft play area open. The farm park now closed for the winter. Even though we did have a wee thought today, could we open the park on Saturday because the weather is so good. But heavy rain forecast here in Dumfries and Galloway for Saturday, unfortunately. So the good weather for this week is coming to an end. Claire.
Lots of stars tonight, thank you very much.
Claire says she knew. Oh, I've lost it. Where's it went? Come back. Claire, I've lost you.
Claire Best. I just seen Claire Best there.
I know a Claire Best.
That is my Claire Best, I think, isn't it? It is.
Your wife sent the stars. Thank you, Claire Best. There was there was actually a Trisha Best on the other night.
Oh, another one.
Ours, there can't be two. Our surname is Best. And my good lady, Farmer Ben's mum, is Trisha, and we've never known another Trisha Best. So we've seen comments for one the other night. I think it was Patricia, to be truthful, but
close enough.
Yeah, very close.
There's someone on here asking who Pumpkin's dad is. So Pumpkin's dad is our resident male. He's called Jack, and he's in the pen just to the right of us. He's making a wee bit of noise. In fact, if you're watching live cam yesterday at any point, you would have seen me trying to move him, and he came running right up here. He was running right up here, and he thought, oh, Rio's had her baby, it's maybe time for another one. So he was moved out pretty quick, and he was just in a wee bit of a rampage. So I was chasing after him for 20 minutes. So he's here with us, and that's who serves all of our females. And I heard a comment the other day, actually. Someone was laughing at us saying serves.
Serves?
No, we were saying serves the females. It's a funny term to use, but it's a farming term, I guess, isn't it?
I suppose
the male goes in and serves the females.
Yes.
I can see how it's funny sounded, but we're so used to saying it that we don't think about it.
Yeah, it's just yeah. What would you say in your country?
You're to open up a can of worms here.
No, maybe I shouldn't ask.
No, don't tell us.
Anyway, sorry. And I seen a comment from a Facebook watcher friend in New Zealand. I think it was yesterday, and I think it was maybe on the Twitch stream. She said she'd be watching because she's in the South Island. Sorry, I don't know your name, but she'd be able to watch because it's light over there till 10 o'clock at night at the minute, because they must be coming into summertime. We are heading for the shortest day of the year in a month or so's time. But those of you down the other side of the world are heading for your longest day of the year. Take it weird. Just found it. Someday I'd love to go and experience summertime and long days in the middle of winter. So they are. So many watchers from all over the world as well as locally.
So the dates for the diary that I put on the post earlier on to say that we're to say what to look out for. So if you missed the stream the other day that I was on, I was having some signal issues. The 2nd is when the boar goat billies went in, so it's 150 days from then. That's when the nannies will be due. The pygmy goats went in yesterday, which was the 3rd, so they're 146 or 145 days from that point. So they should all be circling. First one should all be due very end of March, beginning of April. That'll be when we'll actually start. And for all those who are new to the stream and new to the live, our donkey cam isn't always donkey cam, it goes to lamb cam. She's up there.
There it is.
And there's a polytunnel completely full of goats. There could be 70 or 80 goats in here. And we'll spin it round every once in a while because every single goat in here will be pregnant. And we need your help to keep an eye on them, really, don't we?
Yeah, it
literally saved. We estimate it probably saved 30 to 40 lives of kids this year. It was invaluable. Your help was invaluable in April.
Easily.
So, we were up at all times of the night, but we managed to save so many lives by a lot of. There was a few struggles with giving birth, wasn't there?
There was.
Yeah, it's really helpful. So stick with us, and there's some exciting times coming up.
Yeah, and our kind of next, well, how would you describe it? When we scan the sheep and the goats in kind of early January, we get an ultrasound in, and we're able to scan them and see who's having what, whether it's a single, a twin, or a triplet. Or last year, as many of our friends will remember, we had a quin. We called her Five Bellies.
So quin's five babies.
5 babies. She carried 5 babies, and we were able to do a live stream one night when she was giving birth. Unfortunately, there was 2 stillborn, but she still delivered 3 live babies, and it was quite an excitement. So whether or not we get another 5 this year, it was a goat. Sorry, did I say it was a goat?
It was a goat.
Yeah. So, and 5. Somebody was asking the other day about, well, do you think there'll be another 5 bellies? I hope there is, because it was very exciting and quite a miracle. I don't think we've had anything like that before.
So they are the dates to keep in the calendar when the billy went in, and also when it's going to be due. And if you keep an eye on it for us, let us know down to the dates. When we get close to that, we can see how accurate that we've actually been. So we're pretty accurate last year. The first day of the farm park opening is the first day the kid was born, wasn't it? That was our first birth on the first day we opened, so couldn't get any tighter than that. That was perfect. So,
but this new billy goat we got, the pygmy billy goat, he couldn't wait any longer, so he jumped in and helped himself. So we may have a few just slightly earlier than what we're expecting. Sue is asking, will you come back live when Eeyore goes into labour? You betcha, Sue. We will try.
That should be a big one. I think that'll be a big stream, that one. So.
Well, Rio, she's getting a bit.
She's looking at those treats. Like,
you better move them. I think she can smell them. Rio and Pumpkin's birth is now up to 2.8 million views, which is something incredible for us, anyhow, here in our tiny little farm here, and I think it's reached 6-point-something million people. So thank you very much, everybody, for sharing the stream and for keeping an eye and for getting involved.
We do, and we know it sounds like a stuck record when we ask you to like and share the stream, but that shows you the power of what happens when you do share it for us. It reaches so many people. The only unfortunate thing is that nearly 3 million people have seen my butt crack when I was trying to pull the baby.
All right,
out,
that's
so
enough.
I got a telling off for the wife from that one.
Paige is saying you need to experience summertime in the South USA. I've lost it again. Sorry, Paige. That's my
Comments just keep coming in, don't they?
my finger just. Yeah, we would love to experience. We do over the years when the boys, Farmer Joe and Farmer Ben, Farmer Alice were younger. We used to annually take our holiday in January or February. Unfortunately, we had to keep them all out of school. I don't know if it's done you any harm or not, but we usually headed off to Disney in Florida. It was our go-to place, so we did love to go and get a wee bit of sunshine in January, but we've never experienced actual. It's still winter over there. I know it's warm, but we've never actually experienced summertime in the middle of winter. So there's one for the wish list.
We're getting some comments saying a heat lamp would help with Eeyore when she gives birth. Not really on that one, because we can't get the heat lamp would need to be pretty low to give the benefit for the foal, and Eeyore is just too big, so she would end up knocking it or smashing a bulb, and when that happens and you've got dry straw underneath, it's not the best thing. So
no. It's alright with sheep and goats and things, but
you can put it low enough that you can still feel it on the ground, can't you? But if you put it above Eeyore's head, then you would feel nothing. So that's not an option on that one, unfortunately. But we'll get another little coat, and it'll be right as rain, hopefully.
Make sure he's wrapped up. There's no draft tonight, as I said. It's just chilly and cold. But at least it's dry, which is great. So say another good day forecast for tomorrow, but Saturday it's all. There she's eating those nuts.
Oh, result.
Yes.
She's caved.
She's caved in.
She was being a bit stubborn and not wanting to go near them, but here she is now. She's gave in.
So that's great. She gets a taste of those, and next thing we'll just wonder if we've got some kind of arm extension.
We just need to kind of entice her in, don't we?
We'll keep working with her. Again, has anybody seen the stream? Have they owned up who sent the bucket of treats for the donkeys? Again, thank you very much.
Gretchen's asking, how long will the baby drink milk? Donkey baby will a long time, so 9 months roughly.
Aye.
They do stay on for quite a while.
They'll probably
Quite dependent on mum, actually.
continue to drink milk as long as you'll let them, but you'll find out he'll get a bit boisterous when he gets a bit bigger and start jumping on her, so he'll probably need to come off.
And also Rio will decide that as well. Rio won't allow him to keep drinking milk when he's not supposed to. When she starts coming back into season and is ready to go into foal again, she'll start kicking him off.
He's Farmer Fee said somebody was commenting that she's not letting him drink from the left side, but I see he's just drinking from the right hand side tonight, so we'll need to keep an eye on that as well. Don't know whether she's maybe got a wee sore. We call it a quarter. I know donkeys have only 2 teats, but in a cow who's got 4 teats, you always describe it as a quarter. But
I would think that he would be looking a bit more hungry if he wasn't able to eat from left hand side.
so again, if you're on the donkey cam, when we get it up and running, please let us know if you notice anything, as you have.
Is it normal for Pumpkin to feed so often? Well, we're quite surprised how much he feeds as well. And he's done it since he came out, hasn't he?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't think there's no problems. He's just a growing boy.
Certainly not normal for Farmer Ben to feed us often. I see somebody asking earlier, who's Farmer Pete and who's Farmer Ben? Well, that's Farmer Ben, and this is Farmer Pete. But I'm sure you've seen enough of that. So
yeah,
plenty
of that.
That's not what we're here for. She's
desperate to see
is.
if there's any treats down there.
I wonder what Eeyore's fair enjoying that. Look at her. And the zoom in.
Oh yeah.
Bless her.
I know. She's so innocent, isn't she? She's so innocent.
Bonnie says horses and donkeys and alpacas only feed for a short time, and they will come back by 10 minutes later and feed again.
Yeah, so they only take a little sip.
Yeah, a wee sip at a time. I can't get that to zoom back in again. That's it. So, oh, there's Jack.
Yeah, that's Jack in the background.
That's Dad.
Everyone's been super generous with their stars tonight. It's
There's a lot of stars in.
unbelievable.
Thank you very much.
you.
So,
Farmer Pete, you look better in the cafe.
all right. I'm not usually there. Sometimes when it goes pear-shaped, it's all hands on deck, all right? But as Costa Carl tell you, who makes the better coffee?
Someone says there, will we be keeping Pumpkin? I think Pumpkin will be here with us forever due to the popularity of him.
He's a popular little chap. We can't keep everything, obviously, but there's some donkeys that will stay with us forever, like Annie, our hand-reared one, who Orphan Annie, she was named because her mum rejected her. We raised her from when she was born. Her mum would have nothing to do with her. In fact, she was trying to kill her. She was going to kill her if we hadn't taken her out. So we had to get, very important that she gets mum's first milk, the colostrum, just to help her fight off any diseases and different nasties. All babies need their mum's colostrum. So we had to get the vet to come and sedate the mum. And then we hand milked her and we were able to feed Annie the proper mum's colostrum. That's how we got that into her.
And this was pre-Facebook Live days, otherwise
yeah,
that would have been...
So then
would have been a good Facebook.
We raised Annie with the bottle. We had to feed her 2-3 times a day. She even came into the farmhouse kitchen on many an occasion. So she'll stay with us forever. She just had a foal 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When
she's in foal again now.
She is, all being well. And
should be summer next year.
her baby boy's called Mo Baba, and he's been to the vet, as you say. So again, he's a neutered male now, so he will probably stay with us forever as well. He's a sweet, beautiful, friendly donkey. But he was a rascal when he was young as well. But it'd take Eeyore another treat over to see you.
Mo Baba, when he was just a baby, used to be able to stand up on his back legs and put his front legs on my shoulders.
Like a big bear.
He was like a big bear. Big cuddly teddy bear, so he was really tame. Whether Pumpkin will come out like this, I don't know. I always think donkeys have different personalities, so you'll get some that are instantly tame and just love you, and you'll get some that, like Eeyore, that are just hands off and they just they like their own space. They appreciate you're there, but they just like their own space.
Or Pumpkin, who's a complete nightmare. You may well have seen me this morning if you were watching. I had a hold of him and just checking his hoofs. Again, it's very important from a young age that we're able to lift their leg, all four legs, not at the same time, but to check their feet, especially going forward, because there's some donkeys that, like Annie, unfortunately, are a nightmare when the farrier comes to trim their feet, because a donkey's feet are a bit like your own fingernails. They need trimmed every so often. They get too long. But Annie is probably the worst behaved one we've got. So very important that we can lift their feet without them kicking off or causing a ruckus. The front feet aren't so bad, but as you can imagine, if it's their back feet and they start kicking when the farrier's there, it's quite an unpleasant situation. We used to have a donkey years ago called Meg, one of our very first ones, and she was so bad to get her feet paired. We actually had to get the vet to come every time the farrier came to put her to sleep, right clean out, completely out. She would have knocked the stars out of the sky. She just wouldn't have it at all.
Farrier's due on the 9th, so he's coming on Tuesday, so we'll have to do his feet.
So Ria will have a wee trim up, but she's a good girl when she's getting them done.
She's needing her feet done, but you can't do them when she's pregnant. You're lifting the back leg up and it's just causing unnatural movements, and we're not wanting to harm the foal, so she'll be getting her feet done.
I see sometimes when Farmer Robert comes on 5 on the Farm, the farrier comes and they're able to interview him and talk to him, and he's all very...
That doesn't sound familiar.
Ross, if you're watching, yeah, we haven't got there's not such a thing as a bleep machine on here, is there? So, is it Ross that's coming or Graham?
Graham.
So do you think Graham's going to let us... Will he be on for a Facebook Live?
I don't know if his language is much better than Ross's, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Facebook friendly.
We'll try. We'll give it a try.
We could say to him. Yeah, I don't know. Aye, yeah, because it's nice to show you everybody as much as we can.
Jennifer's asking, can you tell me if you get money from the stars? I only want to send yes, we do. We appreciate all the stars very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's I think each star will cost you a 1 US cent, or a penny as we would call it, and Facebook does pass it on to us. Yes, thank you very much for all of those who have sent stars. There she's at
she's
at the treats again.
Got the cake.
Got
the addiction.
Our Facebook secret friend who sent us these treats. Thank you very much. I think you've Eeyore's going to be very, very appreciative. Or
someone had asked there, seen in the comments, why don't we create an Amazon wish list and people can send us the gifts? Because that's not why we're here. We're not here for freebies and people send us stuff. So please refrain from doing so. It's absolutely fine. It's lovely that you do, and it's nice that you think so much of us to send things, but there is absolutely no need. So that is not why we're here. We're here to be educational and try and grow the stream and show everyone as much around the farm as what we can. Anything to add to that, Pete?
No, it's just nice that we're able to share farming life with you. It's everything on here is real. As is a lot of I know Matt Baker, we love Matt, is doing it. He's got a show on, is it BBC One, BBC Two, where he's doing a year in his farm. Jeremy Clarkson is Jeremy. He certainly put a comical spin to it, but it certainly brought real farming to the forefront. So it is what it is. Sometimes, as when we're doing things, especially when there's live births involved, there's so many people have got different opinions. But as we have said, in the heat of the moment, when we are here, we need to do what we think is best, even though some people don't agree with it, unfortunately. But it's great that you've got your own opinion, and we appreciate that. But don't hate us for it, because we need to do what we need to do for the benefit of the animal.
And also bear in mind when you're watching the stream that as we've got the best intentions at heart, but things, especially when live births are involved, sometimes it's not the outcome that everyone's hoping for, and that is just farming life. Not saying anything's going to happen, but we've just always to bear that in mind, because everything is live, remember. We don't edit anything out. Everything is happening.
Not everybody would do this.
No, not everyone would do it. We're kind of it's some would see it as a bit risky, wouldn't they?
But it's great to share it with you. It's great to interact. We love going through the comments. So if you are commenting, a lot of our Scottish people, and we are them, so we're not talking about any of our friends, don't feel, how do we put it, wouldn't comment as easily as some of our other friends. So
a bit more reserved, aren't
more reserved, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's good to hear from everybody, whether you're right next door. I know Mary comments quite a lot, and I can see Mary's house from here, which is great. We'd love to hear from you if you're just across the road or if you're the other side of the world. Yeah, thank you for all your comments.
Someone's wanting to see Jack. Do you want to show them Jack for 2 seconds before we go off?
Well, we'll see him. Right,
We'll try. This might be an epic fail, but we'll certainly try. Well, let's bring him a wee nut.
You might start something there.
This wee box of nuts.
Very handy. So most of the livestock from here, albeit it's very dark. Oh, here he is. Here's the man. What are you saying? That's better. That's better. Jack can be a wee bit timid sometimes as well, as in when you're handling them. But he's a good boy as well when he's getting his feet done. Once you get the head collar on him.
Boy, really, isn't he?
He is a good boy.
He likes to wake everyone up because we're kind of we're in the countryside, but we're in we're in a residential area really. He likes to wake everyone up about 5 o'clock in the morning when he's getting up.
We actually had
With a good Eeyore, doesn't he?
the houses that are just.
These.
Oh, he does. The houses that are just to the right of us here. See those lights over there? Well, there was a family in there, bless them, and that was a few years ago now. They're not there now. They've moved down south, but they did come. They'd had a baby, and they did come to us and said, "Can you move the donkey because he keeps waking up the baby?" But very difficult situations for us because where we're going to put him, because even when we take him to LP, which is our winter accommodation just about a mile away, or not that far as the crow flies, you can still hear him when he's over there. So
I live about, what will it be, 2 miles away I live,
yeah,
and I can hear him from my house as well.
yeah, he likes to.
He makes his presence known.
Yeah, he does.
But you can see as well, if you've never seen Jack before, you can see how physically bigger he is compared to the females. He's quite a big. He's not the biggest male donkey in the world, but he's a big boy.
Yes.
Big, powerful boy. So he gets.
So those of you
He
who
has
are
amazing little babies like Pumpkin, doesn't he?
thinking about buying a house in the country, beware in case there's a donkey about. Okay. Who's making a noise? Oh,
Jack is tall. Saying Jack's tall. He's actually.
no, it's not.
He's standing about 3 feet higher than us.
No, that's we've got a wall here, so he's well above us. No,
That
no, that would have been a big boy. No, he's he is tall, but he's. Baby Anita, yep, and some of our smaller goats that haven't went to LP. These are the littlest ones. We've kept them here so they can get a wee bit of extra feeding. And Baby Anita was one that we twinned on to one of the boar goat mums earlier in the year. So she's a kind of shoat, half sheep, half goat, and she likes it in here. And she's probably looking for a wee bit of feed. But as I say, right, night Jack. Again, thanks for the treats. He's enjoying those.
Right, we better jump off there.
Yep.
Come get this cam back on, get this live camera back on.
Hopefully, when we switched the computer on earlier after the restart, it wouldn't do anything, so it was kind of stuck. So it might take us a minute or two getting those sorted. Thanks for staying with us and for all the comments. Again, please like and share the stream, just so as we can reach as many people as we can. I see all the wee things going up on the screen.
Yeah,
Thanks
if you could like and share the stream just before we jump off, that would be great.
And yeah,
and like the page as well, like Dulscon Farm Fun page on
yeah,
Facebook.
the likes have been going up on that. It took us ages. Once you got to a certain level of likes on your page, it seemed to stall for a long time until we had the donkey birth, and it's really raced up. So please, if you know some friends, please invite them to like the page. That would help us a lot. Thank you. Right, we will go through the comments later on and respond accordingly. So please don't think we're ignoring anybody.
We'll try and get through as many as we can.
Yep.
Try and answer any questions you've got as well.
So play area open tomorrow, as usual. The toy shop is bursting. If you don't know, if you're new to here, we've got a toy shop on site as well. Toy shop was here long before we started the animal park. We've got a gift shop, as I said. Trisha and Farmer Fee are in there tonight getting the Christmas stuff out. So if you are coming to visit, if you are local, there's lots to see and do, and the best coffee in town.
We'll be on tomorrow night with a live from the toy shop, I think we've got that scheduled in, so
Right.
just for a little zoom around for all the locals, and showing you what the different deals, etc., that we've got on, and what kind of selections we've got. So we'll see you then, probably about the same time roughly,
Unless Eeyore decides to.
unless Eeyore decides that anything happens major, we'll be jumping straight on. So make sure you've got like the page and have the little bell notification so you get notified when we go live and you'll not miss a thing.
And all being well, the donkey cam will be up and running. We'll put another post on later on with the link to it, or nip onto our website and you can join from there. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Farmer Pete, Farmer Ben, and the rest of the family here at Dulscone. Speak to you soon, hopefully. Bye bye.